Good morning, traders. Good morning, everyone. This is Modified Darvas Box, MDB, and it's time for the weekend review video, the Bloodbath edition. I'm starting it here at exactly 11:30 a.m. on August 3rd, and come to you from Florida. And we've got a heck of a video today because man oh man, there is blood everywhere. Basically, the charts have gone belly up on just about everything. Um, I've been talking bearish for, the last 3 months, but and I've made money on the short side the last 3 months, but man oh man, these last couple of weeks where they took the indexes up. Oh, yay, we're doing great and everything. And now, bammo, they take it all back. And it just goes to show that Federal Reserve, whatever's going with that, man, that's one of the biggest levers in the market for the trends that we're looking to buy and sell. So buckle your seatbelts. We've got a lot to go through here, and it's not going to look pretty. So, for anyone who's never watched one of my videos, I'm an independent trader investor. I created my own unique trading system based on the book How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market by Nicholas Darvas. And I've also added other concepts, including from the strategy. And the whole idea is to develop a trading system where you see signals, and which tells you to get prepared, and then you trade the reaction to the signals. And we do that by different colors on the charts and through different chart patterns, namely the Darvas boxes, and using the Darvas method. You'll see it here in a sec. I'll have some other charts with a lot more colors, but I strongly suggest that if you see a good idea from any of this stuff in this video, yeah, use it. The whole point is don't lose money. See signals, bullish signals, you buy bullish signals, make money. You sell bearish signals, make money. The whole idea is to keep you out of buying situations where there's not a valid signal, and then you get shake and baked, and then you get your butt kicked and you lose money. So if we make sure that we're choosing, high probability signals, then the odds of making money just go up higher and higher. So we'll get into it, but let's see here. Oh, and I've got 6 different lists, which I move stocks around on right here. We're going to look at the first 4 because the others have no signals, and I want to show you stuff that does have signals. And so on this first chart, I always start with list 1 indexes. This is the AMZ. This is income, great for income. And look at this. We have a failed Darvas box breakout right here. And when I say failure, I mean it had sort of a breakout right here. Oh, let me change that. Breakout right here this week. That was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. It moved up, had another chance to buy it, and then whoop, this week right here was, hey, that buy's not working out so good. And, this is what I mean by signals. The market's telling you that these trades aren't working out. Don't stick around in trades that aren't working out. This is just common sense. But we got a failure there. Now, it looks great from a long-term holder perspective because it's above the weekly moving average. I own some of these in my income portfolio. No, I'm not selling them, but it's something to keep an eye on. And you know what? Using multiple time frames, well, I'm a long-term holder in these. Monthly chart looks great. You got a little potential signal there, but monthly chart looks fantastic. No reason to do anything if you're a long-term perspective. And that's the thing you got to figure out. Are you a 5-minute trader, a 10-minute trader, a 15-minute trader, 30, 65, 130, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly? What time frame trader are you? Most traders jump around and can't, they can't standardize their system. And that's why most traders, lose money. So pick your time frames, analyze on multiple time frames. It really helps. Okay, I know one user hates that I put ARKK on here, and I think ARKK is worthless also, but it's got great colors to show the colors. So I'm not taking it off. Here's an example of the colors on my charts. Yellow bar, that's a buy signal. Blue bar, that means sit up and pay attention. However, the tendency of a blue bar is to have a red week afterwards, but like it showed here, not always. Pink bar, same as the blue bar, but it's got a bearish tendency, but it still means sit up and pay attention. You might want to prepare for something, things might go badly. Here you've got what's called an inverse hammer or a shooter bar or a shooting star. It all depends on your terminology, but that's a bearish signal. And lo and behold, look at that, bearish. The way you play it, well, there's the bearish signal. The reaction to it, sold down. If you shorted that, you are making money. And if you sold it, if you had a long and you sold it, well, now you're not losing money. Yay! So, right now, but anybody who owns ARK is screwed anyways because they own it. This proxy for oil, box breakdown right there. Uh-oh. But we know that the economy is slowing and that the Fed may be behind the curve, and we'll see what happens. But gee, the Fed's job is to create economic booms and busts, and they've done a doozy on this one. They've let a boom go for so long, and then you get a bust. And if you're a trader trying to make and then keep money, well, you gotta making money is not so hard. Keeping it, controlling yourself emotionally, keeping the money in your account, not trading when there's no trades, that's the big challenge for everybody. And that's how traders lose all their profits. So here's the NASDAQ. We had the wonderful uptrend starting from back in November 2023. Moved all the way up. I got a little bearish in here. Yeah, it worked. But then we had another uptrend, another leg. And there's the signal. There's your top signal right there. And by the way, my color codes are proprietary. I code them into each bar. If the conditions are met, then the bars change color. If they don't, then the bars stay. And my coding for why are these all green? It's because they're above the moving average I use. Bars turn red if they're below the moving average. Duh. So I want a visual representation. I want my charts to work for me. Most people's charts don't work for them. Most people's charts are just random squiggles and random trend lines which are constantly being changed. And you're going to see a lot of people post, oh, look, the trend line. Well, let me tell you, everybody had trend lines like this before. And then they go, whoops, and then they move it here. And then I tell you, they'll move the next one here. Or they move it to here. Just, you need to be consistent. Consistency is what makes you money. When you doing analysis at night is what makes you money. Just being during your day, randomly gunslinging, that don't make you money. That's just gambling. That's just gambling, and we try and avoid gambling at all costs. So right here, you had your signal, and if you went short here, boom, 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 coming right back down. Maybe we get a little support here, we don't know, but red, red, red. The indexes might be telling you, oh, look, maybe it's support. Trust me, there's no such thing as support. You think it's a line of support, and then you test it, and then it slices through it like a knife through hot butter. Gee, was there any support? No, there wasn't. Support is a mirage. There's only signals and reactions. The more, the faster you grasp that concept, the easier trading is going to be, in my opinion. Okay, Ethereum, nothing going on, just more selling. Yep, thanks for playing. Why would anybody deal with Ethereum? FFTY, growth proxy, barf. Look at that. Big red, red, red. Yeah, growth stocks. Yeah, no thanks. It's just telling you to stay away. China. The virus came from China. Mini box here, down. Big box here. Well, that's going to take a long time before it comes about. Bitcoin. Okay. my trade in GBTC, when I bought here, I was patting myself on the back. Then they did the split, this little spin-off where they took some of it out and put it into what was it? GBT. Just so annoying. There we go. Ah, where did it go? I can't remember right now. But they split it off and put it in another sort of a mini one. Just a pain in the ass. I sold it. Just I don't want to deal with it. Plus Bitcoin comes down anyways. And there's the bearish signal. This is a white bar sell signal, opposite of the yellow bar. And it's a Darvas box breakdown right here on some volume. So basically at this point, Bitcoin's just like everything else, going down. So I sold it there. I made a little bit, I didn't make as much money, but I just don't want to have pain in the asses hanging around. Gold, box breakout. Everybody who's saying gold is bad, no, man, that's a box breakout right there. This is probably one of the only bullish things out there. We had a signal in here, came back in a little, see the signal right there, came back in a little. Honestly, if you sold in here, you did the right thing in terms of you're following a system. Now, unfortunately, you got to buy it back because this is a box breakout. Most probably didn't do that. I didn't do it, but that's kind of how you do it. Junk bonds coming back down. I'm convinced junk bonds were going up because it was a coupon binge for high coupon bonds. Now that may be over because now junk bonds are just about to start getting more riskier because the economy's not doing so well. So pink bar signal, we'll see how it reacts. IGV software, oh, big barf right here. Now notice this went bullish and was part of why this sort of topping process was so hard. Look at this for software. Sort of peaked roughly in here. Okay, had a lovely run, part of the run up here. Okay. Then peaked here, went sideways, had a box breakdown right here. Lots of red, and had the big red here. But then lo and behold, the bulls came back in here. See, with the green volume, we had an inside bar, which is light gray, and it resolved to the upside. That's a buy signal right there. Plus a yellow bar buy signal. Boom, buy software again. And it came up, and now with the market deterioration, came right back down, and now we've got a bearish white bar sell signal. So thanks for playing software, and F you to the bulls who lured people into software and now shake and bake them. And now we look at it in a big picture, and this is clearly just a broad topping pattern right in here. And it came down, it went back to the highs, scraped them, came right back down. But that's what made the market so hard the last few months. If it had just peaked up in here, yeah, great, they'd be done. But no, it had to do all this extra shit in here. What a pain in the ass. But that's how the market screws people and takes your money. Without valid signals, you might have bought this and, you could buy it here, but then sell it here. You don't make any money. Well, at least you don't lose any. Don't lose money. Housing, huge rebound here, but oh darn it! I just erased the box. There we go, something like that. But housing, big shake and bake right here, and now it's come to the top, but now coming back down to reality a little bit. Are people going to be flocking to buy homes even if rates start cutting? I don't know, man. People are broke. What's this? Micro caps. The shake and bake. Huge reaction. The Fed's going to cut. The signal right here. But price keeps going. Triggers upside right here for about a nanosecond. And there's your sell, get out point right there. And now we see what happens. This means pay attention. If you bought it down here, okay, you're still doing fine. But now, pay attention, watch the reaction. Everything's changing. IWM. Oh, wasn't everybody talking about the IWM last few weeks? Oh, man. Yeah, this trade's over at the moment, but we'll see what happens next week. Will it keep going down or will it go sideways? I don't know. But there's your sell signal. You may have bought on the box breakout, but there's your sell signal. That was a very short-lived trade. You might have made between here and here just a few bucks. And if you're still in, now you're underwater, well, learn to sell. But we'll see how this does. Maybe this just goes sideways from here. I don't know. But that's a signal. That's a pay attention signal. You want to know the one sector which looks great here? Healthcare. Box breakout. And it's all because that prick Obama made it so that insurance companies can't lose at healthcare. Look at that. Prices just go up and up. This is the one sector you should be buying. Look at that, going up. Nothing wrong there. Transports, box breakdown, pink bar. You had a funky signal in here. And look where transport started going wrong. Back down and, well, really back here. What is that? That's March earlier in March. So March to April, that's 5 months. 5 months of going sort of, it starts turning bad, sort of hovered here, went back up. Now it's really confirming bad. You see how the big picture, you can get a sense of what's going on. Gold, yeah, I bought it all the way back here in March, sold it here on the valid signal, and I should have been buying it back, but, you know, I don't really want to own anything. There's a lot more money in the downside at the moment. QQQs. What's the saying? Goes up by the escalator and then down by the escalator up, elevator down. Look at the selling coming in. There's that sell signal right there. And all this work, all this up work, at least from right here, taken out in 3 weeks. Negative, the equal weighted QQQs, yeah, going down. Basically, most of the charts that you're going to see this weekend here are all negative. RSP, yay, we're going up. No, it's not so good. No, it really is going up. Yeah, no, it's not. Pink bar, we'll see what happens. Outcome here, I mean, hey, this could go up, could go sideways, could go down. But again, this tells you to pay attention. For a long-term holder, that could be a signal that it's time to take your money out. Maybe go to cash. You know, people have to make those kinds of decisions. Here, the short-term bonds, they're going for safety. You know, safety trade. Look at that. Started moving weeks and weeks ago. Did you notice the shift into safety? Well, I saw it, but, you know, it's hard to tell precisely what to do in the moment 5 weeks ago, but now it's much more crystal clear. Semiconductors, there's that top signal, 3 weeks down, barf. S&P 500, if you are looking to take money out of the market, maybe put your 401k into cash, there's your signal right there, and you would have done it last week. But it's hard for people, if you're fully invested in that and you've made money all this time, it's hard for people to hit the sell button. But the market will do what the market's going to do. My 401k is in cash. Oop. What you going to do when the Hulkster rains down on you? There we go. The SPYs mirroring. I look at the S&P and the SPYs because I want to make sure that what's showing up on the S&P is also showing up on the SPYs. If they match, then we're all good. And there's the match right there. Sentiment. Super sky high sentiment a couple of weeks ago. Now heading down to the toilet. Right here, the longer sentiment. Stocks above the 200-day took a dump, and above the 40-day took a dump. But nothing crazy yet on sentiment, like no super lows or super highs. It takes time for people to become despondent and lose all hope. What's that? The tan, solar. It's funny. Don't you remember when everybody was talking about how great solar was? Yeah, okay. TLTs, treasuries, going for the safety trade. Box breakout right there. A few bullish things. Ah, the VIX. Look at that. The VIX with a box breakout. Now, there are already some knuckleheads out there telling you that the VIX up in the 23s means we're bottoming, or the 29, whatever. Yeah, actually, the level of panic should be more in the 30s, in my opinion. Above 34, 35, that's when to start buying. But you may recall, over a month ago, and I'm going to toot my own horn, 2 months ago, I tweeted that the end of June, that this signal here, we'd gone months and months and months without a signal. That's a valid signal. And that July was going to be a barn burner. Well, July actually wasn't quite a barn burner, but August. But if you wanted some evidence that the market was going to change, get volatile, right there. Now, you get this one right here. Not much occurred off that signal, but we got some action on that one. See, signal right there, and then this reaction here, but it was sort of short-lived. But then you get another one. See, I've been doing this shit for 25 years. I'm convinced the market tells you way ahead of time what's going to happen through signals, through the charts. We just have to be watching and listening. And you got to be able to interpret this. I am good at interpretation. Are you? I've been doing this 25 years, so I should be. What do we got here? REITs? Ugh. Real estate, basically, I think sucks now. Did you guys see the tweets I did on commercial real estate? There's that one channel which puts out auction results. Like, this building XYZ was valued at $350 million 4 years ago, and it just sold at auction yesterday for $8 million. Like, oh my God. And it's like some big building in New York City. Unbelievable. All right, we got housing. Yep, box breakout, pullback. I mean, they're still bullish on housing. What's that? Energy, XLE. Oh, wait, we're looking at monthly. We got to go back to weekly. Let's back that up. Back that up. Yep, home builders. Breakout, pulling back in. We'll see what happens. XLE. Yeah, there's a bearish white bar sell signal. What do we got here? XLF, financials. Box breakout. I don't know, man. No, dude, we're going higher. Barf. No, we're not. So, that's it for indexes. Let's go look at the list 2. Textbook box breakout leaders. These are the ones currently I have showing where they have a textbook Darvas box breakout and are the best of the best. AEHR, which a viewer brought to my attention, had a wonderful sequence here. A signal here, a big box breakout here with a yellow bar signal, moved higher, but then like everything else, had this inside bar, and there's a sell signal right there. This should be the trade, something like that. Buy here or buy here, sell here. Now, this is still bullish, but it all depends where you bought it from. So, like, if you bought it down here, this is still great. You know, don't do anything. But if you bought up in here, yeah, it's not. The timing was wrong. This one, box breakout. I had this little guy, and I sold it in here just because everything else is going bad. I did a lot of selling of longs. I'm mostly shorts right now. Uh, this one right here. So this is, yeah, it broke the box. This is technically just done with, so I'm going to put this back in watching. Promising start, but getting dragged down, which happens. Berkshire Hathaway, same as the others, box breakout. There's the pink bar, pay attention. But if you did buy this and you still got profit, there's no reason to sell. If you can do that. No, nobody's going to fault you if you did sell it. And on a side note, I saw that Berkshire sold a huge chunk of Apple recently. Like they sold like $80 billion worth of Apple. So Warren, he's no dummy. He knows cashing in on that. Carvana. Okay. Box breakout here. All kinds of up down in here. The breakout's still intact though. I, like a dummy, got tired of it and I sold it right before the earnings. I'm like, there's no cushion. It's not doing anything. I don't know. What does it do? It pops higher, but then in the sell-off here, but in my opinion, I'm like, well, maybe this is another chance to get back into it. So I rebought CVNA here at the blue circle and the 136s. I'm up almost $1. Just about $1. So knock on wood, we'll see if that goes. Is there anything super bearish about this? No. But it may struggle just due to the general market. But we see green volume, green. Only a little bit of red this whole time. So this is still very bullish. But yeah, getting impatient in here and getting a little worried about cushion for earnings. And honestly, it would have been fine. But that's trading. Home builders, box breakout. Look at that going up. That one looks great. General Electric had a box breakout, and there's a failure. This one goes back on the watching list. JMIA, same deal, box breakout. I'm long this one. However, I'm clinging by my fingernails to it. I decided not to sell here because this is green. Green, red, green. If this had been much smaller volume right here, this sequence, green followed by red, usually means sort of a top or over or not going anywhere. But this green bar convinced me to hold it, keep holding it. So I am. Lockheed Defense, box breakout. That one's doing great. So if you're looking for longs, defense. ServiceNow, box breakout, pulling back. This is the one tech, which probably is pretty good. Oracle, box breakout all the way back here, and there was a signal, sell signal here. So if you had bought anywhere in these weeks, yeah, you should have bailed. But if you bought from way down here, you should still be long. Make sense? Hopefully. This one, still putting it along. Still decent. This one, more defense. Box breakout, moving higher. Tesla, box breakout. The big contra volume here. Your sell signal right here at 237. If you bought it lower down and you're clinging to it, the odds are it's probably going to fail next week. But technically, it's still alive as a box breakout. URI, breakout and then failure. This comes off the list. Back to watching. Oop. Venom, box breakout, oil and gas. I own this for the dividend. I've owned this for a long time back in here. Part of the income fund, but nope, that goes off the list. Walmart still looks great. The little wolf, technically pulling back, but still a box breakout. Looks good. Okay, now what's triggered? Wait for it. Drum roll. Ta-da! This here, the list of bullish triggers is even smaller because this one doesn't have a trigger. I just put this on. I kept this on so I could show you that I bought it. And then I sold it, and I made only a tiny little bit of money, but don't lose money. Put this back into watching list. Remove Costco. Normally, you had the bear signal right here, but flight to safety, that's a bullish hammer. Hammer time. This could resolve in a bullish trade next week. Set your alerts for right there. People still got to buy crap from Costco, right? So there's your bull signal. Dash. Failed short trade. I shorted it out here. I noted that these past 2 weeks it wasn't doing any good. Like, come on, go down. Come on, go down. But it wasn't having it. And you see we had like the green volume. So I saw this form. Easy to put a stop in on that signal. Boom, it triggered. Where is it? Right there. Boom, it triggered. I'm out. And then they had earnings, and it's good. And now this is actually a bullish yellow bar buy signal. I guess they think everybody's going to order from DoorDash, but it's so expensive. I just don't understand it. But it's bullish. ENPH. Bull signal, bear signal, bull signal, bear signal. Make up your freaking mind. This stock is so annoying. This one goes back on watching. And only 4 remain. Net. There. This one confounds me. I don't understand why they value this one the way it does. $25 billion? I don't know. Is the other thing about me, when I don't know, I say, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. That's a bullish signal right there. If you really like this one, put this on your watch lists. You see, it had some buying. I have no idea. I tried shorting it. I didn't. I thought I had this one down, but I guess I didn't. Last one, Zetta. I have no idea what Zetta is or does. But it was brought to my attention earlier in the week, and I went, wow. Green, 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 green. So whatever this company does, it's doing fine. And put this one on your bull lists. I have it on my weekend research list to try and figure out, okay, what do they do? You know, look at their numbers, etc. I only know it from the chart. But is it a bull market? Not really. Only 4 bullish triggers? Ew. And now, buckle your seatbelt for the bloodbath. We got tons and tons of bearish signals. And I'm going to whip through this list because, honestly, they're all the same. They're all bearish. Airbnb. Darvas box breakdown, and now it's gotten worse. If you had shorted this, pink bar signal here. Set your trigger for the inside bar that followed it. If you shorted at 145, well, now you're up 17 points. That's how easy trading can be. If you fight it and draw trend lines and whatever, sure, go knock yourself out. Oh, there's a trend line. No, there's a trend line. There's a trend line. There's a trend line. There's a trend line. I mean, the whole point of your system is to be consistent. That's my superpower. I'm consistent. I look at every chart the same. I look for the same signals on every time frame. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you do it. Be consistent. That's the only thing. Actually, that one shouldn't be drawn. But consistency is my superpower. Consistency can be your superpower. However you mark up charts, do it the exact same way. Okay, Affirm, box breakdown, looks bad. A-Lab, I'm short this one. And meanwhile, look at this. Bulls decided, oh no, it's gotten so low, this must be a buy, right? In my opinion, no, but I have to take note of the fact that it closed mid-bar. But at the moment, bearish. AMD. What happened to the data center number, guys? Data center, data center. White bar sell signal. Had the box breakdown. Had the earnings right in here. And everybody magically thought AMD's back. This is the greatest thing ever. Nope. Box breakdown. And you know, I want to do a little math here for the people who are math challenged. AMD has a $214 billion market cap. The data center earnings or sales were $2 billion. Is $2 billion enough to hold up a $214 billion market cap? That's a price to sales of 107 times. No, it can't. It's too much of a midget. The market cap is too big. It's like the Wile E. Coyote anvil. Clunk. So, AMD's probably coming down. No, I have no idea where. But if we took a box range of 207 to 140, that's what, 70 points? 60 points, let's be generous, 60. So that would imply a target of 80 for AMD. Who's ready for that trade, huh? And if it goes from 140 to 80, that means AMD will have a market cap of around $120 billion. Oh, that sounds okay. And maybe data center revenues will have an impact on that in the next quarter. Moving on, Amazon. Who's smarter, Jeff Bezos or some random who says Amazon's a buy, or somebody who drew a line on the chart? Jeff Bezos is smart. Look at that pink bar sell signal. Well, pink bar pay attention signal. We'll see if it goes sideways or whatnot. It's easy to imply that a pink bar is an automatic bear signal, but here's an example of one, and the reaction is what's important. It reacted just fine the week after and kept going. Because the powers that be said, I don't know why they're selling. This thing's fine. We're still going to be buying it. So we'll see the reaction to this next week. ARM. I'm short ARM from right here. Big white bar sell signal. This is turning into a home run trade. And while there's no color signal on the chart, basically here's your signal. When you get a perfect balance between supply and demand, that tells you right there that buying demand has been met. Selling demand, there's no more buying demand. So just draw the line. And I did not short it. I did not intend to short it on this bar. But when it had its little rebound, I set an alert for this right here. It hit the alert, triggered. I saw the trigger, and then, it already started dropping a few points. Put the trade on. Boom, in the money. Easy money. BLND, box breakout here, but failure. Trigger there, I sold it. So again, I'm liquidating all my longs. I'm no dummy. I see the environment changing. Bros, pink bar. Now this is one for maybe potential future buys, because look how it's fighting it. The bulls are fighting this downward progression. Close in the middle, close in the middle, close up here. So that's one. It's going to form a box. Put this on your potentials list. In fact, I'm going to take this off this list. I'll put it in watching. Kava, box breakdown. But again, this one is also doing the same thing. They're sort of fighting it. Put this one on your radar. I'm going to take it off this list. I don't think probably be there. CEG, I'm short this one. Box breakdown. Just, this was exciting. Buckle my seatbelt when it reported, when the other companies reported and this gapped up. But that's the thing. When you've got a lot of cushion, you can afford to say, Wow, let's wait an hour and see what happens. So what this did was it closed down here, it popped open during the week, here to here, and I was like, oh snap. But I also had the Darvas box level to play off of. Opened up here and I was like, damn. But then started moving down and then moved down and moved down. So I did not have to panic out because it got the cushion. What also brought me to this was the red, 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 red. Sell, 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 sell. Sell H, I'm still short this one. Shorted it way back here. Potential signal, but nah, just kept going. When you get a bullish signal and it fails to the downside, that's just telling you keep going. Coin. Signal, reaction, down. This is okay, but we'll see how this goes. Croc's been going down. Now we got a pink bar signal. We'll see what happens. But that's why it makes this list. CRWD. I wish I had bet against this, but anyways, super negative. White bar sell signal down. That's an avoid. White bar sell signal down. You get the picture. Dell. Box breakdown. Volume is low, but remember back here when it was up here? Everybody's convinced Dell was the bomb. How much swing? 80-point swing to the downside. Just nuts. DK&G. They lured you back in here, and then they spit you out here and been sort of red ever since. Ford. We thought we're bullish. Signal. Earnings. Puke. Down. Yuck. FSLR. Down. Sort of shake and bake in here, but still the trend is down. No signals. Geo. A good one on the bull, but now that's a pretty negative signal. GH, box breakout here, but low volume. I bought some. Good news, FDA, signal here, so I bought more right here on this upper level, and now it sort of barfed, but I believe in it, so I bought more right in here. Now we're going to see the results of this signal. I'm long this one. I'm thinking this will go sideways or maybe back up. If it keeps coming down, well then if it breaks 30, I'll be running most likely. Hood. There's your sell signal. Now down, bearish. Bearish, down, 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 reaction down. JPM, box breakout, failure, down. ML, my best trade of the year. Bought here, sold a piece here, sold a piece here, sold a piece here, final piece here. Now down, breakdown, big red bars, yuck. That trade's over. MMDY, box breakdown, white bar, down. You see, you get the gist. Here's your trigger, 3 weeks down. Down. This one here. Lovely upside. Told you to start thinking about getting out. Then got out, and you should have gotten out. Steel, pink bar, signal. NVIDIA. This here is now a red box. Now, no big signals in here, but the failure box breakdown failure. If you sold at 118, you're looking great. If you had ridden it this whole way up, sold at 118, yeah, that's how Nick Darvas himself would have done it. So, but you get the gist. All these look terrible. Box breakdown on that one. Breakdown, continue down. Qualcomm. And don't say the market didn't tell us. There's that signal. Rig, up, down. Box breakdown on SE. I sold SE. This is my high potential long, but it breaks the box. So don't lose money. locked it in. I sold that. Haha, this one. I own this little guy because I bought it here and here. This is a very negative weekly shooter bar, but if it triggers, I'll be out. But right now, give it as much rope. Hopefully it moves up. I don't know. But look here, this is what I like. Green, green, green. So we'll see. If you're looking for a trade, put this one on your bull list. No guarantees, but I don't know. Shop down, down, down. You get the gist. SoFi, signal, square, down. There's your signal. Even this one giving a potential signal here. Upstart, haha. Man, they just can't stay away from this. Looks down. Breakdown on VRT. VST, breakdown. And that's good. Okay, so that's all the ones. Everything looks super bearish. Now a quick update on S&P 500. Latest data as of July 31. They've been going to bonds. We're now at 3.84%. Wow, huge move. 57% of the index is reported. Now here's valuations. Anything above 25 is still a bubble. So do you think this recent selling, has helped valuations at all? No, it has not. Still in bubble territory. To get below that, probably have to do 5,200 to get back under the bubble. And more realistically, maybe 5,000. Even then, the current quarter is still a bubble. So you think the market's undervalued just because it's gone down? Just because it's gone down? Nope. Let's get the S&P, SPX. Market starts becoming a decent value maybe here. Look at that on the chart. Here to here. So all this sell-off only improved the valuation only a little bit. So, you know, don't get too bullish too soon. Let's put it that way. The good news is earnings growth appears to be still pretty good in the future, but that could always change. These are the revisions from the last week. Down a smidge, but if we get any big cuts, well, if the earnings growth takes a tumble, then perhaps to get this to a better valuation might be 4,500. Who's ready to go down to 4,500 on the S&P right now? Or call it 4587. Go all the way down here. That would be a huge barf. So on that note, on that positive note, let's take a quick peek at some people. I only got a few comments for requests. Intel and Hood. Well, we covered Hood, so let's look at Intel. I already know the answer to this. Barf! Are you really going to be buying Intel here? Intel looks like it could go down a lot lower. That's a monthly. How does $5 sound? $10? That kid on Twitter who he put his whole his inheritance into Intel. Well, that kid's going to lose more than half. What's next? But yeah, we covered Hood already. Yeah, I got this one right. Thank you. A few months ago. Yeah, I started calling it IQV. I started sounding the alarm months ago. Nobody listens. Yeah, this looks great. I noticed this one a long time ago because Druckenmiller owns this. And if Druck owns it, you might want to put it on your radar. Sideways box, is it doing anything? No, but it's not horrible. So that one might be good for the future, longer term future. IQV, Star Trek, a bloodbath. Boats and hose, baby. IWM and those. CRWD, yeah, we did that one. So CRWD, it's just looks awful. This is the monthly view. We had this monthly box breakout here, and here's the puke on huge volume. I think CRWD is broken. Their product crashed the internet on the most stupid, idiotic thing. How trustworthy is this product? I don't think it's very good. If I was an IT director, I'd remove it. Let's see, anything on this side? GitLab, GTLB. All right, let's do this one. GTLB on the weekly. There's just not much happening here. Box breakdown here. It moved up with the market here. But just a lot of inside bars, and there's your sell signal. I don't see it. Let's look on the monthly. Well, there was a potential bullish buy signal there, but it hasn't amounted to anything. It sort of triggered here, but then you'd have been stopped out. And this may be, yeah, we could call this a box here on the monthly. So there's just not much going on this one. So, no, I don't see it. RKT. Oh, look at that. I haven't looked at this in ages. That's monthly. Okay, so I've got a weekly. Well, box breakout. And again, housing's been doing so good, so yeah, why not? Monthly view. I don't have any charts on the monthly, but already I see potentially off this one, something looking like that. Box breakout here. Because again, if the Fed cuts interest rates, housing, knock on wood, should improve, right? Right? That's the whole base for the trade. Please remove ARKK. Yeah, Kathy is not. I agree, and that's it. So a bloodbath. That's what we got. For you young people who don't know, anybody on the show Star Trek, if they were wearing the red shirt, they always got killed. Fun little fact. So that's the video for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great week trading, and don't lose money. Talk to you soon. Bye.